Rome didn't erase Cleopatra by killing her. They erased her by making you remember the wrong woman. That version survived for 2,000 years, which is convenient, because it makes Cleopatra look like a scandal instead of what she actually was. A ruler, a strategist, a bank, a bloodline, a threat. And Rome could deal with a dead queen, but it could not allow that version of Cleopatra to survive, because Cleopatra did not just threaten one Roman man, she threatened Rome's future. Cleopatra was the last ruler of Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty, a foreign royal house that took Egypt after Alexander the Great and ruled it for nearly 3 centuries. But Egypt was not some golden background for Roman drama. Egypt was power. Grain for Rome's stomach, gold for Rome's wars, ships for Rome's ambitions. Rome did not look at Alexandria and see romance. Rome saw the bank, and Cleopatra knew it. When Julius Caesar came to Egypt, the lazy story says she seduced him. The smarter story is colder. Caesar needed Egypt stable. Cleopatra needed Roman power to survive her own royal bloodbath. So she made herself useful to the most powerful man alive. That was not romance. That was survival with perfect lighting. Then Caesar died. Rome cracked open, and Cleopatra made her next move. Mark Antony. Again, the easy version says love. The real version says leverage. Antony controlled Rome's eastern world. Cleopatra controlled the wealth he needed to hold it. He needed her ships, her money, her kingdom. She needed Antony's armies, his name, and his Roman power. But Antony was not her deadliest weapon. Her child was. Caesarion, her son. Caesar's blood. And that made Octavian's entire future dangerous, because his power rested on one sentence: I am Caesar's heir. But Caesarion answered with something stronger: I am Caesar's son. No adoption, no politics, no explanation, just blood. And blood is terrifying because everyone understands it. If Caesarion lived, Octavian's legend could crack. So Octavian did not just attack Cleopatra, he rewrote her. This was no longer a Roman civil war. It was Rome versus the dangerous queen of Egypt. Antony became weak. Cleopatra became poison. And before she ever lost the battlefield, Octavian made sure she lost the story. Then came Actium. Ships burned through smoke. Fire spread across the water. Cleopatra's fleet broke away, and Antony followed. Panic, strategy, or survival. History does not give us a clean answer, but the result was clear. After Actium, Cleopatra was no longer fighting to win. She was fighting to control the ending. Alexandria became a golden cage. Her allies vanished. Her armies broke. Rome was coming. But Octavian did not simply want Cleopatra dead. Dead, she could become a legend. Alive, she could become a trophy. He wanted her in Rome, in chains, dragged through the streets as proof that Egypt had fallen. Rome had taken her kingdom, but Cleopatra still controlled one thing. Ancient sources disagree on how she died. Some say an asp, some say poison. Some say a snake hidden in figs. Maybe the snake was real. Maybe it was just too perfect not to survive. When Rome came for its trophy, Cleopatra was already gone. Not broken, not begging, not waiting for chains. Arranged like a queen, dressed in power, her final image already controlled. Rome wanted humiliation. Cleopatra gave them theatre. Octavian took Egypt. Caesarion disappeared. Antony was dead. On paper, Cleopatra lost everything, but Rome never got the one thing it wanted most: Cleopatra in chains. Rome tried to erase Cleopatra. Instead, it made her immortal, because 2,000 years later, we still know her name. Rome killed the queen, then spent the rest of history failing to bury the legend.